Hello, Flosstube. I'm Terry.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're the Cornhusker State Stitchers.
Today is June 12th. This is Flosstube number 20. Thank you guys for joining us. Yay, it's another day.
Yep, appreciate you being here.
Yay.
Been busy the last couple of weeks. You were out of town a week ago for work.
Yep, I had a work thing and overnight. You'd think I would have gotten some stitching done because I was in a hotel room all by myself, but yeah. I was working on a presentation, so don't procrastinate.
And somebody had asked what you do, and I can't remember who that was.
Oh yeah, we tried to find it, and we couldn't find it, so I apologize for not saying your name. But somebody had asked what I do. I am a civil engineer with the Department of Transportation here in Nebraska. I have a design unit, so actual roadway design, any projects on the highways we do the design for. But I also have another group for utility relocations. So your power, your communication lines, your water, your sewer. I go through that on every project that comes through our group. So it is a lot and it's very diverse. So I do a lot with that.
You actually manage like 10 people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So. I think right now I've got 8 employees and 1 student.
So that's good. Keeps you busy.
Yes, it does.
Let's see. This past week we did baseball on Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday we did a thing.
We'll tell you about that.
We'll talk about in a minute. Wednesday we went to the lake.
Yes, it is lake time.
Yes. And
the boat is done.
Took a nice picture, so we'll insert that here. So that was a lot of fun. Thursday baseball.
More baseball, yep.
And then yesterday, Friday, I worked until 8. I don't know what you did.
Well, worked. Did some stitching. And then my husband, he was working with a friend. So he didn't get home till 8. I'm like, okay, what's next? What else should I be doing? So I did some stitching. I went to the grocery store, did some things.
Life things.
Yeah. Came back, watched some TV. Haven't done that in a while. So it was good.
Yeah. Last video, we asked you guys if you'd like to see some of our quilts. We showed you a picture of the basement.
Yeah.
And the quilts are not done, but you guys said that you would like to see them, so we'll start showing them, maybe 1 or 2 per video at the end.
Yep.
Till we run out.
The hardest part of that is going back and figuring out which quilt is which and fabric lines and if we have patterns.
But you take good notes, right? So
yeah.
I mean, they're all going to be on a spreadsheet somewhere.
I do have notes, but I don't always have pictures. So
maybe I can help you out with pictures because I got pictures.
Yay. So Mom, what was our thing?
So we did an interview with Sambry Stitches. Becca, it's called, thank you, Interview with a Flosstuber. So we did that Tuesday night, and that was so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
She is an amazing person, such a sweetheart. I had so much fun. It was great.
Unfortunately, it started raining on her. She was recording on her deck, and it started raining, so that was probably not fun for her. But
it'll come out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It'll come out tomorrow. Usually airs first thing in the morning on Sunday, so look for that. We'll link it down below, Sambry Stitches.
Well, yeah, we'll link her channel, right?
Yeah.
We won't link the video.
We'll link her channel.
Got it. Just clarifying.
Okay.
I should probably write that down.
Yeah, you probably should. Okay, you got some questions for us?
I do. Do you want to talk about color changes real quick? Somebody had asked about. Not really asked, just wanted to know about color changes and stuff. So.
They just mentioned that it would be nice if we start mentioning our color changes. So yeah, we'll try and start doing that. Yeah,
sometimes we do a full color change. So if you're interested in those, just be sure to send us a note and we can get that information to you. It would be pretty boring if we sat here and kind of flipped through all of our colors. So we don't particularly want to do that, but anytime that we do change something, we'll
if it's just a couple of flosses, we'll let you know.
Yep, as long as we can remember. Okay, Kathy asked, she said, since you have a long arm, do you stitch other people's quilts?
I do not, Kathy. I can barely do my own.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why you saw in the picture the pilot quilts. They're waiting to get on the long arm, and don't do it. It's not my favorite thing to do.
No, we had thought about it, but there's a lot of pressure to do another person's quilt, and it's kind of terrifying. We've done one quilt of valor, and it was a beautiful quilt, and just to think that, you know, we could maybe mess it up, not that we do.
Yeah, it's so stressful.
Yeah, it's so I don't need any more stress in my life.
Yeah, and I bought my long arm used, so every time I go down there, it seems like I'm struggling with tension or something. I can't get it quite right. Yep. So I messed something up, and I certainly don't want to do that for someone else's quilt.
Yeah. And then along those same lines, Marilyn asked, do you do computer stitching, like computerized stitching, use rulers or pantographs?
I did one or two where I just freehanded it, and then from here on out, I bought the computer program for it, so I just do computer programming.
Mainly pantographs via computer programming. We don't do the pantographs where you stick it behind the machine and follow along with the laser. That takes a little bit of artistic and patience, and we don't do that. You have done some custom quilting on your own quilt. You did one.
Yeah.
Your double wedding ring.
It was computer
done.
It was computer done, but I did it in little sections, so
yep.
Not all over pantograph, just little sections that I programmed each section.
Yeah, that took quite a long time.
That did take a long time.
Yes. Okay.
I succeeded. I got it done.
So the next two questions are kind of related too. So Jennifer asked, the blue dyed Monaco that I had last time, she asked if we dyed it or if we bought it. So we actually dyed it. The Monaco that we get is either antique white or white, and we do kind of our own dyeing thing.
We just make stuff up. Yeah,
we do. It's not really anything that is kind of tutorial worthy or video worthy. We just get down in the kitchen and we're like, oh, sure, let's do that. Well, what do you want it to look like? I don't know. Let's just throw it together.
Put a teaspoon of dye in, put a tablespoon of this. I don't know.
Is this dark enough? I don't know. Do some more. So that's kind of how, there's our tutorial right there.
Yeah. So I dyed some fabric last weekend, and I am struggling to get like a baby blue. I mean, it just seems like I'm putting too much fabric or too much dye in there.
Yeah. And so
it's a process. It's a learning process.
It is a process. It is my understanding all but antique white and white Monaco are discontinued. Maybe I'm wrong on the colors, but I don't think they're doing any kind of, they had a pink, they had a blue, they had a black. They might still do their own tea dye.
All Monaco. But antique white.
All
okay,
but.
I thought you said all of the antique white.
No.
It's like, what? I haven't heard that.
No.
Heart attack, thank you.
So you can still get white, antique white, and maybe even tea dyed, I'm not sure.
I haven't seen tea dyed, but
okay. So then the next question came from Sheila, and she also asked, where did you get your Monaco? She bought some at Michael's, and it was so stiff that she couldn't use it.
So we do get ours at Joann's, and it's the DMC Monaco.
Charles Craft, yeah.
It is stiff.
Or Fat Quarter Shop too.
Yeah. Once we bake it or dye it and bake it, it loosens up, but it is definitely a heavier fabric.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a light, supple fabric. Subtle. It doesn't move easy. Yeah, so it is a stiff, heavy fabric.
And it's something that we are okay stitching on, so we've been okay with that stiffness. We let it happen.
Yeah. It's kind of like our Ada. When we want to do a project fast, we put it on Monaco, and then we're able to stitch fast on it because it is stiffer.
Yep. Those are all the questions.
All right.
Woohoo!
Whips.
Whip.
How many do you have?
I have no idea.
I'll go first.
That's fine. Okay. Sounds good.
So, the last video...
I don't want you to get ink on you.
The last video was the last day of Mania. So, my last project for Mania was America. And who was this by? Barbara
Smith, Bobby G Designs.
Yeah. So this is what I got done on that. I believe I had the very dark part of all the letters done, and then I just did the tops and started on the heart. This is going to be such a cute pattern.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And those, the white stripes actually are more gold than I expected them to be.
Yeah, and those are all the called for colors. Yeah. Then I'm doing my June sampler by Country Cottage Needleworks, sampler of the month.
I love how big you printed that off.
I have to be able to see it.
No judgment, because I do love it. I did that with one of my whips.
Yeah, it's nice. So that's where I've gotten on this one. I'm doing all the called for colors so far, with the exception of the blue. I'm doing the cloud, which is just a lighter blue than what's called for.
Classic Colorworks.
Classic Colorworks cloud.
Yeah, so the blue she's talking about is that blue right there.
And I've already gotten my July one, and August is coming out soon, and I'm just way behind. But, you know, I'm okay with it because...
Real quick, you did that on 32 count, beautiful beige, which helped.
Yeah.
But because
I went back to my pattern that has been calling to me, and it is Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love and Pattern That I Love. Oh my goodness, I'm having so much fun.
You can't see it all.
35 count 10 rough. I think I squeaked when I said that, didn't I? 10 rough. So I did the border on the outside. I'm doing down one side, and then I'm going to do up the other so I don't get bored. I finished the basket that the eagle's sitting on. I did the strawberries, the tree, the border, the second border, I believe, going sideways, and then Land That I Love, and I started the roof of the house.
There's a rough.
So that, what did I say, 35 count 10 rough?
Yep.
By, I don't remember.
Weeks Dye Works.
Weeks Dye Works.
It's on the old base.
So that's going to be my focus piece. I'm going to keep working on that until I absolutely get bored. But I have another focus piece, thanks to Jamie. You'll remember, if you don't, I'll tell you again. When we first started Flosstube, I was working on Uninvited Guest. Mm-hmm. Jamie was working on an Uninvited Guest. And she continued on with it. I put mine in timeout, a long timeout. As a matter of fact, I almost totally de-kitted it. I was so angry with it. But this is Uninvited Guest. And it is by
Charting
Charting Creations.
Artwork by Jeff Tift.
So Jamie was having fun with it. She was upset that I wasn't having fun with it. So she got me started on Pattern Keeper, and what is this fabric called?
25 count easy count Lugana.
25 count easy count Lugana. So I started it again, and I started it in a different place where I can actually see some things happening.
So you started in the middle.
I started in the middle. That's part of the house. I've got 700 stitches in it so far, and I'm loving it now. And I didn't want to take it out of the hoop because, as you can see, I tie up everything pretty good, and it's just a mess to try and get it back the way I like it. And since it's kind of confetti type stitching, it's all over the place, I like to put it in a hoop. Yeah. Otherwise, I normally just stitch in hand.
You have the original. Do you want to show that at all? Oh. So she was a little worried. She's like, I've got so much done. Do I really want to restart it? I'm like, well, you either leave it where it's at and never touch it again, or you try different fabric and see if you like it.
So this was all across the top of page 1 and almost to the bottom of page 1. So yeah, I had a lot done, but I was not liking it. There's black and blue in there. You couldn't see the difference. It was part of the tree. I shouldn't dog it because that's where you're starting at. But you can actually see progress on yours where you couldn't on mine, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you restarted it.
So I restarted it.
Do you enjoy it now?
I do. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Are those all your whips?
That's it, unless you see something that's hiding.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Once we uncover some things, maybe it'll show. My whips, I have a little bit more than she does.
Oh, of course. Because I'm trying to get back to my roots of monogamy.
Back to my roots. Holly Days Collection, Shannon Christine Designs. So these are separate individual patterns with the exception of the border, and this one up here is part of the free border that you can print off on her website. So we did purchase all of these patterns. I'm doing it all together as one on 25 count Prim Lugana by Lori Holt. And I got a ton done. I'm so happy with how much I got done.
So are you working all the colors and then going on to the next color? Or
yeah, I think I am.
How are you doing it that's so scattered?
I think I am. So when I had it in pattern, or when I have it in Pattern Keeper, like I said, they're all individual patterns. So the border is one pattern, and I started with the border, and then I realized that So the border only shows like one tiny line here, and it's 3 deep. So I got part of the border done. I'm like, oh wait, I have more to do. So that's what I'm doing. Basically, I grab a color and I'm color completing as much as I possibly can. I love it.
So I've never worked on that fabric. I take it it's easy to count across many stitches on it.
It is. So like I said, it's 25 count, but I'm doing it 2 threads over 2 linen threads or 2 Lugana threads. So essentially it's the equivalent of 12.5 count Aida.
Okay.
And it is big and easy and I love it and it's a break for my eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. I am doing it all as one. This is our own coffee tea dyed 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby, one of the big pieces. And I got 2 rules done.
I love that red that you're putting in there. And that is a color change, right?
Yes, this entire thing is a color change. Okay. So, Mom mentioned that this morning, and I have a thing, a color-coded thing. Yeah. So, this is the original color. This is the, slimmed down, what the color truly is. Dark green, medium green. These are my changes. This is what I did. They are all classic color works with the exception of cherry bark, and that's actually Gentle Arts thread. And then these are the symbols. That one should be sideways. Thank you. I folded it so I wouldn't get confused.
So if you want those colors, take a screenshot if you can see them. They're kind of blurry for me, but
yeah.
Otherwise, if you can't see them and you want them,
so the red you're talking about.
Let us know and we'll get them to you.
This one, right?
Yes, I love that.
This is Cherry Bark by Gast.
Gentle Arts.
Nope. Yes. Yeah, Gentle Arts. Wow. I totally heard Classic Color Works. So there's that one.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I brought this one out yesterday. I was kind of dabbling with it. I did get some done, so I thought I'd still share it. This is my Outlander piece from Etsy. I'm doing it on 40 count Jamie's Kilt by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I am working in the middle. And I got the stones above their heads done. That secondary outline on Jamie, I got that done. And then I brought the bottom circle up behind Jamie some more. So, worked on that a little bit. The next one, this one I almost didn't share, and Mom's like, might as well. People like to see it. So you'll probably continue seeing this one.
I wasn't like, meh, go ahead. I was like, well, of course
yes,
you share it.
Yeah, she's like, of course you do. This is my Modern Folk Embroidery Sal, Fruits of Plenty. This one got trampled by the dog, so I'm kind of impressed that it's all in one piece.
And that he didn't eat it.
Yeah. Well, this was Magnum, so
okay.
He's not the eater.
And it's the one that eats it.
Yeah. So I just got this piece over here done. And this is on 36 count flax. Zweigart. Okay. And then I was working on this one yesterday and today. Tiny Modernist. Christmas calendar. Took me a second. I'm doing them individually like Mom did.
This is when you started for Jolly July last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
but
stick
that's okay.
well.
I mean, you're not giving up, so
yeah.
That's good.
And again, these are all color changes too. What I did was I wanted it to be a little bit more prim. These were just a little too pinky colors for me. So if you're interested in the color changes, let me know and I can get them for you, but I don't have any kind of pretty drawing. But I did get this one done. This is the one that had that very tiny little green star at the last, one of the last videos. And then I started working on number 10 today.
And I did open my big mouth and told her if she'd go back to them and work on them that I would finish them for her. So now
So I'm finishing them.
She's finishing them, and I'm gonna have to fully finish them.
They are also a part of my WIPGO, so I'm trying to get those done. So another nerd moment. I have a spreadsheet, right?
Right.
So I've kind of broken things down. For example, with this one, since I'm doing them all individually, I think I have 10 left. So I have 10 individual squares. So as I get one done, I mark the square off. So I do that with all of mine, and I have determined how many quantities, how many units, I guess. Stop, don't look at me like that.
Oh, you're totally nerding out.
I have a percentage of how much is complete, and then I have a percentage of how much of the year is complete. So as long as I'm more complete with WIPGO than I am of the year, I'm doing good.
Oh
We all need things.
Oh my goodness, okay.
I have more whips.
I like my slightly unorganized, fly by the seat of my pants attitude, so.
Yep.
Did you take that away from me?
I did.
Got it back.
I also worked on Uninvited Guests by Charting Creations. I'm doing mine on 20 count white Lugana. And I didn't want to pull this out because I wasn't 100% sure which direction I was going to head, but I worked over here and through here. So just 200 stitches, but it's still progress.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to get my goal of 5% on this project complete by the end of the year. So I have to get, because I missed May, not 5,000, that'd be terrible. 1,000 stitches done a month on that one. So this one, this is my last whip. I worked on this one. Mom was working on her Charting Creations. This is Shadows, and I have to remember who it's by. It is by Missy Cross Stitch for Everyone on Etsy, whatever that thing is. Okay, so my story with this is what I had been working on. You won't see any change. This is 25 count black Lugana. I enjoyed the product on the black fabric, but I'm stitching the black on black, and that's not a good idea. It just is not a good idea. So I made the decision, it's the very same thought process Mom had. I'm just going to change it to 25 count easy count, and I restarted it, and I restarted in the middle so I could work my way over to his eye.
Yeah.
And now I can start working on his eye, and I can see some things. No pun intended. So I'm enjoying this. Got about 700, 800 stitches done on it here in the last week, and I was really, really enjoying that.
Yeah, Jamie came to me and she said, I mean, we had a little consult. She loves the pattern. She wants to get it done, but she just is not enjoying it. She's not enjoying doing the black on the black. But she's got so much done. It's like, you know, if you don't like it, you're not going to enjoy the rest of it. Just stop, start over, and you'll be happier. And, you know, that's good for everybody. That was good for me on my Uninvited Guest.
Yep.
If you don't like it, you're not going to do it. Just start over, no matter how much you got done. Unless you're 75% done, then just do it and get it over with.
If you like the pattern enough that you want it stitched, just change it.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter. It's going to be okay. You can repurpose the fabric if you want to. I wouldn't suggest repurposing the threads. Those won't come out very easy.
No, just cut them out.
Yeah. Eventually, I am going to unpick this probably, or just cut off the top and use the remainder of the fabric for something else. Because I do like stitching on black. It's good. I just, no, black on black. Those are all my whips.
All right, good job.
Woohoo! Thanks.
Proud of you. Haul.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you proud of my haul, too?
Where do we start with
We do have haul. I have cross-stitch related haul.
I don't.
So we probably start with the
I
cross-stitch.
don't. I have quilting haul.
Okay, guys. Hade had a sale. Hade is Heaven and Earth Designs. They are full coverage projects. They are fantastic. I love them. All of the ones, no, I shouldn't say that. 2 of the ones I bought are minis. They still have a stitch count of like 350 to 250. So they're still big, but they're minis. And they're adorable.
They're cute.
This one's not a mini. This one's called a Story Keep. It is Mary Morgan. Artwork by Laura Prindle. And it is a story keep. So what that means is it's super skinny, super long. Still going to be like 24 inches long.
Love it. I'm going to buy this one. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
This one is stand No, Together We Stand, artwork by Jody Bergsma. And I've had this one on my wish list, and then I saw somebody doing it, and I loved it.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Yep. Ugh. I actually have the fabric for that.
What's the stitch count on that one?
325, well, let me say it correctly. 243 by 325.
What fabric you can do it on?
25 count, easy count.
Okay.
That's my go-to now for full coverage. It makes it go so much faster because you can kind of double check where you're at and see, and you're like, oh, that's definitely not the square I need to be in.
I may have to buy this one too.
This is artwork by Jeff Haney. This is called Scared Cats. Isn't it adorable?
Look at those little cats. Oh my gosh. Those big eyes.
Yep. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I want to start it so much. Anyway.
I like that one a lot too. Good job.
That's my cross stitch haul.
Okay.
And then we put it in order at Fat Quarter Shop. I'll talk about this first. So this is a pattern, free pattern, Blooming Star by Corey Yoder, Coriander Quilts. This is available on her blog. So go to Coriander Quilts blog.
Yeah.
.com. Not sure what. I'll go ahead and link that.
I just, yeah, link it. I just Googled Coriander Quilts blog and it came up. So.
Yeah. So it's a free pattern, but we thought it would be great. Take a look at it again. In red, white, and blue.
She actually showed a picture of it in red, white, and blue. I believe using these fabrics. So, mine's still wrapped.
This is American Gatherings fabric by Primitive Gatherings.
Moda fabric. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Not quite focusing, but it's going to be great. Absolutely great. So that was a wonderful holiday.
So that was our next quilting project?
Yep.
Okay, so
Rest is on you, Mama.
I just got a wild hair, and it's like, you know, with a lot of cross stitch patterns now, they're coming in round. And so I decided to get some little templates, little round templates, rulers. Hello, I can't speak. Creative grids. So just trace around there, and then you can cut out your sticky board and put your little cross stitch pattern on it. So instead of trying to find a coffee can or something that is the right size to draw around, now I've got some of those. Now I've been wanting this for a long time for quilting. And this is Creative Grids, the Big Easy, and I'm sure you've seen it if you watch Kimberly. The only thing is when I got it, it's got a little chip in the end, so I'm going to have to get a hold of them. They'll take care of it because they have a great customer service.
Phenomenal customer service.
But this is, how big is that? Yeah, let's read that.
It's on the thing, Mom. 12.5 by 24.5, called the Big Easy.
Yeah, so that's gonna be nice.
It'll be great for borders and such. We have a wonderful non-slip ruler that we use, but it's only 6 inches wide. So most borders are significantly bigger than that.
Yeah. I found these little shelves at Walmart, and they hang like this, but I got them to hang like this, and I'm going to put my strings in here that I've been doing, because I've been looking for something to do strings.
Lizzie Kate strings.
Yeah, Lizzie Kate strings. So I got these. I think they're going to be really cute. Got them at Walmart.
Yep.
Okay, so I picked this up also at Walmart. This is a Pioneer Woman, and don't hate me, all you Pioneer Women people out there, but I'm going to paint over this, and then I'm going to put, I can't remember the name of it, Chock Full. I've got the 12-month series of Chock Full. It seems like there's another name. Is it just Chock Full?
I'd have to look, but
it's by Kathy Haberman.
Hands-on Designs. Artwork by Priscilla.
Thank you.
There's 7, I think. 7 of them.
7, okay.
Yeah.
I've done one. I've done Harvest. And maybe that's the other word I'm looking for. They're each named something like Harvest or...
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Walmart last night and tried to find one of those, and there was nothing. It was so picked through. But our Walmart isn't the best. It's not on the best side of town. So we sometimes have to go to a different Walmart to get a better selection.
Yeah. Then I found this, and again, I will probably paint over this because I got it more for the backing. So,
it's really cute, though.
Yeah, that'll be a finished thing for me. And I also got the welcome wreath up there, all from Walmart.
I saw that last night, too.
Did you?
Almost got one, but I didn't.
Oh, you should have.
That's okay.
That's it. That's what I got.
Okay.
That's my haul.
Yay. Are you guys ready? We're going to have an enabling session.
But first,
Okay.
I wanted to show these. If you follow me on Instagram, I show my happy wall at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I do some applique that I have hanging, and I have monthly appliques. So someone was asking what the name of them are, and all I could remember is that they're kits that I bought at Shabby Fabric. So I finally found the patterns. My sewing room was in disarray for the last couple of years because I remodeled it or tore out a wall, whatever.
Same difference.
Same difference. So I finally found my patterns. So the one that I have on my Instagram now that's hanging is Shabby Fabrics. It's called Little Blessings Series, and this is Sunflower Sunrise. So if you see my Instagram and you've seen this, that's the pattern. And also on that wall is another Shabby Fabric kit, and it is called Backyard Picnic.
I like these.
Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
I should have taken it out, but it was a last minute grab. So those are cute. I've got one for every month, so you'll be seeing, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll be seeing them posted every month.
Yep. Okay.
Now
can we do our enabling session?
Yes.
This is the time of year. You guys probably aren't surprised, but we basically have Patriotic in our house from mid-May all the way to September. So we talk Patriotic.
Yeah.
So our enabling session.
Okay.
You ready?
So do we want to just say something about all the patterns? I mean, just that we're showing them to you to inspire you, to enable you so that you'll go out and buy them.
Yes.
Stitch them. If you've never seen them before,
Love
it gives
them.
you a chance to see something that maybe you haven't seen yet.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, shut up now.
Okay.
I can see it in your face. Shut up, Mom.
Never. Little House of Needleworks, Old Glory. I love this one. Haven't started it. You'll hear that a lot.
Souvenirs of the Heart, Star Spangled Spectacular. And this is by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais.
You have or have... Oh, you did the winter one.
I think if I haven't started this, I have it kitted up.
Gotcha.
Love that.
This is Lizzie Kate Squared, US Squared. We bought it on clearance at our LNS. It's a cute, tiny little thing.
Tiny, but cute.
Yep.
Little House Needlework, Stars and Stripes.
Mom and I have both done this. I actually did mine without the border around it, but you did it with, right?
I cannot remember.
Okay.
But I need to drag this out. I'll try and show this the next video as a fully finished because it's around here somewhere.
Yep. You probably need to write that down so we don't forget it.
I'll just throw it over there.
Okay.
And then I'll say, why is that over there?
Yeah. You guys have seen this relatively recently. Country Cottage Needleworks, Liberty Lane.
And you've seen this one recently too, the Scarlet House Patriotic Scissor Pocket. This is the one where I did this design. I didn't do the border. And then I made it into a pillow. And it's, yeah, right over there.
Plum Street Samplers. All of hers are amazing.
Oh, yeah. I love this one.
Summer delivery. Yep. Big old horse bum.
This
Apple
one,
bottom.
Apple bottom horse. This one was in my mania this year, and maybe yours too.
I finished it this year.
Okay. Go you. Little House Needleworks, Bravehearts. Love, love, love this.
Story time with Terry? No? You're going to read it?
No.
No? I'll read it. I didn't mean to steal that from Stephanie. Stephanie says that. Story time with Steph.
Oh.
Red for brave hearts that burn with liberty. White for the peace they earn, making men free. Stars for the heavens above. Blue for the deep, where in their country's love, heroes shall sleep.
Aw.
Yeah. Hands-on design, speaking of. Knee High by the 4th of July. It's just called Knee High.
Yeah.
That was very quick to stitch.
I'm still working on mine 2 years later, but not because I haven't stitched a lot on it. Plum Street Samplers, American Sampler by Paulette Stewart.
This is on my WIPGO.
This is... Why didn't you take them out of the plastic?
That's a lot to take out of the plastic.
This is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
This is challenging for us, so it just gives us, you know, it stretches our abilities. Plum Street Samplers, Bless Our Land. Finished that this year too, so you've seen that
And that's
relatively
mine,
recently.
I believe. I'm Teresa Kogut, Lincoln's Eagle. I'm sure you've seen this one. It was all over the place this past year. Love that.
How many things can I start in a year? Because I want to start that one. Is 1 million too many?
I think you've started one every day, haven't you?
No. I've started quite
It feels
a few.
like it's been every day.
My Heart Beats True. This is an Erica Michaels.
Like that one?
Mm-hmm.
Another Plum Street Samplers. Peace, Love, and Purpose. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, this is pretty. I hope you can see it. There's a terrible glare.
This is one that I struggle pronouncing, but I think it's Manny D. Donna. Sounds of Freedom Pillow. Plural.
Plum Street Samplers, Summer Hill.
Again, Plum Street Samplers, a new constellation.
We do like Plum Street Samplers.
Yes, she has the best patriotic ones. You won't see it here, but she's got a companion piece, Heritage Sampler. I have it at home. It's kitted.
Silver Creek Samplers. Does this have a name?
Yep, Freedom Reigns.
Where do you see that at?
I just know, but it also says it on the back.
Oh, okay. Freedom Reigns.
Quite a few of these you guys have seen recently. Recently is relative. It could have been in the last 6 months. Country Cottage Needleworks, My Country.
Basket Full of Summertime by Brenda Gervais. This was also one of my whips this mania.
Country Cottage Needleworks, Land That I Love. Priscilla and Chelsea did this one as a stitch along a few years ago. And it was, everybody was stitching it. It was fun to see, but it was one of those where if everybody's stitching it, I don't always like to stitch it. So.
Yeah, because then it's just, I see it too much. It's overload. Silver Creek Samplers. This is the companion piece to the Freedom Reigns. Liberty Hill Farm.
Her charts, I'm not sure actually who owns Silver Creek Samplers, but their charts are really easy to read. They're super big. You can actually show
I was looking for a name.
that part. I mean, they're really easy to see.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, does it say who owns them?
I'm sure you guys already probably know. You're just sitting there screaming at us.
Country Cottage Needleworks, Bless Our Home. I clearly have stacked the deck where you're showing all the new ones. I'm showing the old ones.
Stars and Stripes Forever by Bent Creek.
I get a new one to show.
Yay. And you've done this one, right?
It's almost done.
Okay, I like that one a lot, and I love this one.
Yeah. This is also by Bent Creek. It's called Glory. Also, just Glory.
Not glory.
Glory.
Glory. Heart in Hand. Let Freedom Ring. Cecile Turner. This is adorable.
I want to do the one on the back, but I haven't found it yet.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. If anybody knows where that pattern is, let us know.
The Drawn Thread. I love their stuff. Welcome Summer.
They usually have some stitches in there, some specialty stitches in theirs. Not hard, not a lot of them, but they do stick a few of them in there.
Yep.
This one I'm working on, and I'm anxious to get back to it. Sweet Land of Liberty by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And this was a stitch along with Sambry Stitches, Becca. And I believe she's already finished. I know she's already finished hers. And I kind of dropped the ball on mine during Mania. But I'm going to get back to it.
Yeah. And then the finale, coup de grace? I'm not sure how to say that one either. Blackbird's Designs, Sweet Land of Liberty. This is packed full of wonderful, wonderful designs.
I love everyone in there.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's it. That's our patriotic stitching.
Yep.
There's a lot of people stitching that this year on Instagram.
There's your
that's
enabling
it. Yeah,
session.
that's it. Let's go on to quilting.
Okay.
Okay. On to quilting now.
Yay. Mom and I worked on Halloween figs. This is our block of the month. And we busted out on a couple Saturdays ago.
Right after our last video.
Yep.
We sat down and got some, we didn't sit down. We got some quilting done. So.
Your husband, my husband, they were building a shed in the back.
Right.
So they were busy. They were contained, and we sewed. So this was one that was already done. This was block number 1. They're not in order by any means, but.
And then everything else we did that day. So.
Yeah. We've got some of these wonderful things. I'm just picking them. Yep.
I'm trying to. You have one more than I do.
There's a pinwheel right there.
Okay. I'm trying to pick up the same ones she picked up. We making you sick yet?
I'm just doing this because of you now. You lost one somewhere.
You're too fast. All right. Slow down. Okay.
That one is a fun one.
What size are these blocks?
They are all different sizes. The littler ones I think were 4 inches, 4.5 unfinished.
This was a fun one.
It took some doing, but it was fun. So I know we went through that really fast, but that was an all day thing. That was fun. And then,
did you ever count these blocks? How many were there?
I think we did 18 that day. That was good.
That was a ton.
Yeah. This one is 6.5 inches.
Okay.
These are 4.5 inches. And this is probably 9.5, if I were to guess. Okay. Awesome possum. And then I also had a quilting whip on my own.
Yeah.
I don't have a pattern for these, but what I did was I took a layer cake that I love, and I saw somebody else do a similar pattern, so I just kind of made it up and went with it. So all my blocks look the same. They look like this, but
different placement of fabrics.
Yep. And I won't show you all of them because it's a full layer cake. I cut the layer cake in half. I did not trim anything down. I'll just show you 2 more. Get all the fabrics in there.
And that's Summer Something by Holly Taylor?
Yeah, Summer on a Pond fabric by Holly Taylor. They all have the same center. And I thought that was a good way to kind of bring them all together and keep them a little clarity in the chaos, I guess you could say. There's another word, but I can't think of it. So I'm just going to sew all these together. All of them in one big quilt. I don't know if I'll put a border on them or not. And
then it'll go downstairs to be put on the long arm sometime in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Fresh off the long arm, like 6 months ago.
So fresh, we haven't bound it yet.
So my favorite quilt pattern is the double wedding ring. And that is actually why I learned how to quilt, because I love that quilt, couldn't find it, wanted to make it. I started with the hardest quilt there is to make.
Yep, she did.
But then I found Summer Wedding by, it's got the same, it's Black Cat Creations. But it uses the same fabric as the Holly Taylor Summer on a Pond is what I did mine in. And I'll show that to you in a minute. But it's along the same lines as the double wedding ring. Only you use like blocks, rectangles, and
yep.
Much easier. It's a much easier quilt to do, but still looks like a double wedding ring. So we will pause the video a moment. We'll grab that quilt. We'll show it to you.
Okay. Here it is in its full glory. It has not been bound yet, so you can see it. This is all the extra batting and backing fabric. There's the backing fabric. It's pretty dark, but...
So it's been quilted, just not bound.
Yep. So we'll come through, trim all of this off, attach our binding, and then we attach it to the front, and we'll turn it under and whip stitch it. And by we, I mean that's our process, but Mom's going to be doing the work. So there it is.
Yeah.
And it's sideways, so you guys can see more of it.
And it's not a huge quilt, so a nice little lap quilt.
Yep. But it's nice and fun. So that was pretty.
Yeah.
You like that? It's good.
I like that.
We grabbed that one just to kind of correlate to my fabrics they're the same fabrics between the two quilts. So we thought it would be good to show two different variations using the same thing.
Yeah, plus I wanted to get it upstairs and get the binding on it and get it finished up.
Yes, exactly.
Summer on the pond, might as well get it done for summer.
Right? Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay.
So that's all we have for you today.
Yep. What are your plans?
I don't have any plans.
No? Just
as much time on the lake as possible now that the weather is heating up and the boat is fixed.
Yep.
I feel like I'm sending Claire over.
That's better. Hi.
I love you. I don't need to be that far away. Okay, sorry guys.
So lake.
Yeah, so lake. That's it.
Stitching when we can.
Yep.
I don't have any particular focus pieces. I guess I do have uninvited guest. Gonna try and work through that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work across the top because that one color blue is the same across the top, and then I can work my way down into the house, the cross on the top.
You don't think you'll get bored with working just blue all the way across?
Well, it's getting me to an end goal.
Okay.
So I can kind of work through on the house a little bit, maybe do some cross country and then go back to the background so it's not so boring.
Yep. And I'm going to work on my uninvited guest and I'm going to work on land that I love.
Yeah.
And get some progress. Originally, I'd planned on getting that done by the 4th of July. It's not going to happen. I'm okay with that, I guess, if I have to be. But I'm going to work on it.
Unless you stitch 24 hours a day, you're going to have to be.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's pretty much it for us.
That's it. So, if I didn't say it, make sure you catch the interview, Sambry Stitches, tomorrow morning. It should be coming out. And follow us on Instagram. I'm at Cornhusker State Stitcher. Jamie is at Jamie Mickelson.
Yep.
Like, subscribe. The rest
Comment.
is yours.
Be sure to like
I
us.
was just
subscribe
filling in
us.
until she took over and she wasn't taking over.
I was just letting you go. Be sure to like, subscribe. Check out our other videos. We love seeing those comments that say, hey, I went back and I'm checking you out from the beginning. I think that's incredible that you guys are willing to do that. I know I've done it to other Flosstubers, and it's good to see kind of what they've worked on in the past. So if they talk about it, I can kind of remember what they said. Yeah,
and I really enjoy the people who comment every video.
It's
because
so
I'm
fun.
really getting to know you guys, and,
Yes.
and I love it.
Yes. Never be afraid to comment. We love seeing it, even if it's just a hey.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Or hi. I mean,
Hi's good too.
Depending on what part of the country or world you're from.
Yep.
Hey y'all.
We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day and
Two
happy
weeks.
June.
We'll see you again.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.